Hello and welcome back to Ultimate Marble Racing, continuing on with Season 2 here on Aquamaring Race 20. So this is another creation by Boer, which again I think is based off a JMR track. I may be wrong there, but I'm pretty sure it is. So just making sure I reference that at the start as well. With some slight changes from how it is in the workshop, as you can see by the slightly discoloured track pieces there. They are moved from the top to the bottom to add a second track piece, just like in the last season. It will look slightly different if you're playing it yourself. But let's get everyone loaded in. And they are not the right ones, so whoops. One thing I forgot about there. Just let these go through and restart this. Been a while since I've missed something out. Right, we need our custom marbles. There we go, and attempt number 2. There we go. Okay, so our actual competitors spawned in this time around with a reverse grid from the results of the last race as always. And with those spawned in, we'll get the predictions underway. So it'll be 16 laps around this track. I don't think we have Cheese in the chat at the moment, so I will do the prediction. And then we'll take a look around the track. Quite a short track, this one. We'll start a prediction. DNF's 2 minutes. And there we go. So 2 minutes to put in your predictions. And while that happens, we'll take a look around. So at the start, it is straight into a ladder. Quite a tall one, but the only one. So this will put everyone in side by side. Will cause some queues, so there'll be a big element of ladder entry here, as it's probably the biggest area to be able to gain and lose time and positions. From that, you go into this first right-hander with a curb on the outside. It'll be about getting the best line through there and lining up for this S-bend. This then goes around, opens up onto a straight, into a left-hander, into a sharp right, then into another right, down a drop. So quite a steep drop here. There is an obstacle in the middle which can slow you down. Otherwise you'll have a good run down this straight, wanting to go either side of this barrier and split into 2 sides, into another S-bend, and then a release onto an open straight once again. Then round a big hairpin and into one final sweeping, I suppose this is a bit of an S-bend. Quite a long sweeping final corner and back down to the start finish line. So 16 laps doing that. We are about a quarter of the time left on the predictions, so make sure you get those in before that time runs out. And while we have this little spare bit of time, we have actually had the game dev of Marble World follow us on Twitch, which is amazing. So thank you so much for that, much appreciated. So maybe seeing them showing up in some of the future events and seasons. So remember, if you're not followed on Twitch already, come over, come drop a follow. You'll have a chance of competing in future seasons and future events. You'll be able to watch live and join in with the live chat, and also head over to the Discord if you want to join in with some discussions over there. And if you want to get yourself into a team, we also have the team season coming up next, so definitely worth getting over there, getting into a team, dropping a follow before the end of this season, or before the next season begins, and taking part in that team season. We have got some changes coming to the teams soon, and the way that you join a team, so there'll be that to look out for in the Discord. And of course, before we start, as the DNF predictions have just finished, if you're watching on YouTube, please subscribe and like any of the videos that you enjoy. We do have a lot of viewers that aren't subscribed, and subscribing will help out myself and the channel quite a lot. It'll help with the algorithm and all that stuff. But with all that out the way, let's actually get started on the racing. So the lights counting down. And the green, they're off. You see them all piling in. Stormy getting a few rollbacks over the top of the crowd down at the bottom. Difficulties with some of the back runners at the start. Even Dirt Monster struggling to get onto the ladder. They do so, but some big time losses at the back. But going up the ladder for the first time, our current front row is Demon, Shona, Akane, and Christopher. So let's see who's going to get the better line off the top and into the first corner. So off they go. Demon going through the outside, a bit of a slowdown. Inside line does seem to be the better one, although Demon with a good line up into the next corner, getting back in front of Side Effects, going to get past Nick as well. Nick is not giving up that position easily. Akane right on the tail of Christopher right now. Very close together, everyone piling in. Superboss getting squeezed backwards down to the straight. Shona's going to collide with the wall. Akane's going to hit the central barrier. So does Nick, and Demon causing a pile up behind. Quite a big accident there. Slowing quite a few people down. McWave getting caught up in the back of that as well. So a bit of chaos through the split section of the straight. All that chaos actually knocking Demon off the top 20 already. So a chaotic start to the race. Muffin going into first. Shona having trouble with the ladder. Does get on, but not quick enough. So Christopher's going to be in second. Shona's going to be joined with Zach and Blockmaster. Then Jake and Carol just behind. Then we have Side Effects, Snorker, and Cloud Monkey. And then we see the main pack following. In fact, it looks like Demon and Tokyo have both gone off in all that commotion. There's been an accident, and them two are going to be DNFing this race. There's the dangers of colliding with others and the competitive racing. So Muffin leading into the first corner on lap 2. Blockmaster chasing down Zach. Jake trying to make a move around Shona, but doesn't make it work. See Snorker right on the tail of Cloud Monkey. Jake's going to keep giving Shona some nudges. That has pushed Shona with a bit of speed up towards Blockmaster. See what happens on the drop. Shona's opting for the right lane again. Seems like it may have been the better choice. It has paid off. Muffin and Christopher fighting it out up at the front. Zach and Shona fighting, and then everyone just fighting for positions behind. We're heading down to the ladder onto lap 3. Christopher's on straight away. Muffin getting blocked out. Struggling to get on. Zach's going to sneak in and steal a position. Muffin having some trouble. Shona having some trouble. So some big time losses there for those two. See Pesky Bird joining Cheese side by side. But now up at the front, Christopher with a decent lead early on. Zach in second, and Blockmaster and Westport side by side just behind. Westport currently with the fastest lap. It looks like we've lost Diamond Swords. So 3 DNFs already. Then China down at the back. But up at the top, Zach is in second. Westport in third, Blockmaster fourth. Beefcake making a move around Muffin and Stormy. Very good line through there. Looking to try and get past Carol and Snorker, but can't quite make the move yet. Stormy is gaining. They're fighting for positions. It will be slowing them down. And that collision, crashing into the barrier and then going into Muffin, losing time for both of them. Stormy with a good line through here as Jake collides with Cloud Monkey and that central reservation. Stormy gaining a lot of positions with some good momentum down this straight. Jake with a great line through that corner. So a tough battle going on here between Blockmaster, Jake, Westport, Stormy and Snorker. They're coming onto the ladder. Not a good entrance for Blockmaster or Jake. Jake's going to get blocked out, so does Snorker, so they're going to have to wait. Cloud Monkey comes in to steal a few places. But Westport and Stormy side by side. Christopher still in the lead. Zach still holding second. So we take a look at everyone else coming onto the ladder. China still at the back. I don't think we've had any more. Oh, we have. Akane has gone off over in the distance. And we'll be joining Diamond Swords over there. So let's focus here on Stormy and Westport. Stormy with the better run into that corner is going to squeeze Westport out. I mean, they can make a breakaway, and Westport is now at risk from Cloud Monkey. Snorker trying to find a way past Jake. See Christopher already making their way down the straight. Zach colliding with the central reservation slightly. Can Stormy make a pass? More speed through this area. Zach's just going to hold on, but Stormy with more momentum. Westport carrying more speed through there as well. It's going to hit the back of Stormy. It is close between these three coming round onto the next lap. Zach just scraping the back of Stormy, trying to find a way past. Could come down to the ladder entry here. Both of them bouncing backwards. Stormy does get on first. Zach just behind. James beating Westport on. Shady getting blocked out by Snorker and then getting bullied around. Losing a lot of positions. So a lot of bumping happening trying to get onto the ladder. Wolf with a few rollbacks. I think Wolf, oh no, China is still running at the back by quite a distance. But Wolf losing some time as well. Christopher already on the move. Stormy in second. Zach not far behind in third. Westport still holding the fastest lap in fourth, looking to grab an extra point. Zach making a great move around Stormy there into the first corner. Will Stormy be able to do anything to retaliate? Heading towards the drop down. Zach with a slow exit, but does collide with Stormy on the way out, meaning James is now right behind them and with more speed through this area. This could be good for James, but a collision on the inner wall. I suppose from that angle it might be the outer wall for them. For the central reservation point. It's going to slow them down. So Westport right behind Stormy now. Cheese gone off in the background. Seems to be going in too hard into this this edge here, this curb. Or potentially getting squeezed off by someone else, but you need to be careful with the speed you carry down that straight. Westport moving up into second, and Kutsi taking the fastest lap on lap 5, going on to lap 6. So Stormy is now side by side with Zach, both of those dropping a position to Westport, followed by Jake, and then James and Blockmaster side by side, Snorker and Jenny just behind. So Christopher on the move, just trying to keep hold of that lead, and they keep that consistent to the end. Budo has gone off, so that is another DNF in the distance. We watch them make their way through this S-bend. And towards the drop down, Zach's had a bad line through there, losing a lot of positions and a lot of time. Jake colliding with the central reservation is going to pick up Jenny on the way through. It's going to be costly for them. Losing a lot of speed and a lot of time through there. Snorker trying to find a way past Blockmaster, but slowed them down fighting for that position. So James makes their way past Snorker. Jake with a brilliant line on the exit is going to take 2 positions from James and Snorker. Heading down to the ladder, it looks like Westport pushes Stormy on. Christopher had some trouble losing that massive lead, losing time on the ladder entrance. So Stormy is now just behind, and Westport just behind Stormy. Then Jenny and Blockmaster side by side. Jake losing some time on the ladder, meaning Zach and Harry, or Harry joining Jake, Zach just in front, Dazza just behind. Then we see a big group following, fighting for the bottom of the top 20 to try and pick up some all-important points as they've gone on to lap 7. So the front 3 close together now. See how this plays out. And Christopher try and hold Stormy back, and they keep this going all the way to the end. Stormy with a bad entrance there is going to collide with the inner curb, meaning Westport's going to come through and take second, giving Christopher a chance to try and make a breakaway in the lead once again. Westport and Stormy taking the inside line, but Jenny with more speed through here, going to hit the back of Stormy. Stormy's going to hold them back. We'll see what happens coming up to the ladder now for Christopher. Perfect entry onto the ladder. Westport with a rebound. Still not on. Stormy gets a perfect entry. Westport rolls off again, so Stormy reclaiming second. Westport third, Jenny fourth, Snorker fifth. See Jake having some difficulties falling down the leaderboard a bit as we're getting further into this race. A few people getting blocked down at the bottom. Shaq's having a tricky time, just in time, struggling a bit as well. But going back up to the top, Christopher on the move already. Into the first corner. It looks like we've lost Boer and Pesky Bird. Unfortunate end for Pesky Bird, as I'm pretty sure they were in the top 10, if not the top 20. So that is going to be an unfortunate end to their race, and there'll be no points for them. Here we see Jenny chasing down Westport. And a big pack of racers following. Snorker with good momentum through there is going to get past Westport and chase down Jenny, but a collision on the central reservation for both Jenny and Snorker. But Snorker's going to have the better line through there. Westport getting past both of them. But not the best line into the corner. It just means Westport is going to lose those 2 positions. Christopher with a rebound on the ladder in the distance. Struggling to get on. This is a chance for Stormy. Christopher does make it on. Stormy with a rebound. Going to have some difficulties as well. Jenny's going to sneak through and take second. Stormy dropping to third. Westport getting held up massively here. This is a disaster for Westport. Dropping many positions. Will now be side by side with Storm King, who is down to 17th. That'll be a big drop from 5th to 17th. For Westport, and Cutsy in 16th, still holding on to the fastest lap. Though Christopher on the move again, still holding a consistent race. See T-Dub has gone off in the distance. We haven't lost anyone else over this side yet. Snorker, Nick and Blockmaster battling it out. Snorker chasing down Zach. Beefcake not far behind. Christopher with a bad stop on the inside there. Jenny as well. Stormy getting a pinch from Zach's going to carry loads of speed through to this corner. A decent line is now just behind Christopher, but Jenny and Zach are right behind Stormy. Zach making an overtake on Jenny. Snorker and James not far behind, so everyone's still fairly close together. We go onto lap 10. Stormy's going to jump in front of Christopher and get onto the ladder first. Christopher getting held up with a few rollbacks will be joined by Zach. James just behind. So with the pack still fairly close together, it is still anyone's race. Getting a good entrance onto this ladder is very important. Storm King having some trouble there might have pushed them out of the top 20. Just shows what difference these ladders can make. So Stormy on the move now in first. Christopher and Zach will be side by side into the first corner. Zach's got the inside and will go into second. Christopher dropping down to third. Then behind that we have James, Snorker and Jenny. Blockmaster tried to make a lunge on Marley there, couldn't quite make it work. Christopher trying to get an overtake, it looks like they have on Zach, but Zach's carrying more speed down the straight. A bounce off the corner, they do just hold the spot as both Zach and Christopher have a bad entry into that corner. But they do have Stormy in their sights. Stormy with a perfect entry on the ladder, that was key. Going on to lap 11. That's just what they need to try and keep hold of that lead. Further down, looks like Jenny and Jake are both having problems. Beefcake struggling as well. There is a big hold up. They are blocking Magic. Wood's going to sneak in front of Magic there, holding them back even more. That could be a drop out of the top 20 for Magic. And Beefcake and Jenny could be at risk of dropping out the top 20 as well with that. We'll see what the leaderboard looks like as they come through the next checkpoint. See Cutsy up in the distance. I don't remember if they had gone off already. I don't think so. So we have lost Cutsy. Nick with a great line through that first corner. Get in front of Cloud Monkey and Westport. See what happens with the positions. Beefcake just in 20th. See Stormy in the distance making their way down the straight already. Wood trying to get past Beefcake and get up into the points. So Stormy heading down to the ladder onto lap 12. Christopher, Zach and Blockmaster just behind. We will go and have a look at the action further back. Westport colliding with Storm King, giving them a bit of a push. Quite a few position changes happening here as everyone is taking their different routes through that section. See who gets a good line around here as everyone is bumping into each other, slowing them down quite a bit. So currently Jake and Shady 20th place. Jake's going to jump in front of Logan though, so Shady currently holding the 20th spot and the last point scoring position. So we're on lap 12 of 16. Stormy still leading. Zach's moved up to second. Blockmaster's moved up to third. Christopher having some trouble with the ladder is now in fourth. And then also James, Snorker and Marley will be side by side into this first corner. James carrying a little bit less speed through there. But good line to get through the inside of Snorker, but Snorker takes it straight back with a good exit. going to keep holding James back, slowing James down slightly, which means Westport is right on the back of James now. And Dazza has them in their sights. Marley gets slowed down there. Is actually going to cause a collision for Snorker. Snorker's going to block Dazza. We see Dom's gone off in the background from 11th. That's going to be a DNF for Dom. James getting held up on the split section. Blockmaster now right behind Stormy. Christopher's got in front of Zach. Marley making a lunge past Westport. So still a lot going on. A lot of action through this entire race. Coming up to the ladder. Christopher's going to roll off. It's going to be joined by Marley. Zach's going to drop a position there. Westport getting held up slightly. Snorker will join them on the ladder. And Logan's going to sneak through there. That is a big jump in positions. School of Thugs losing some time with a few rollbacks. A lot of trouble holding up Carol and Alice. Carol actually rolling over the top of Alice. And is going to have trouble getting on the ladder. They do make it on, but dropping quite a few positions. So our back runners piling in now, having difficulties of their own this race. China struggling. It's not the track for them. It has not been the best race for China. But Stormy in the lead, storming away with it. Blockmaster in second. See Zor's gone off over in the distance, joins Demon, Cheese and Tokyo. Marley's going to be looking for a way past Christopher. They squeeze between such a small gap between Christopher and the central reservation. Carrying good momentum into that corner, getting a good line through. It's now just behind Blockmaster and not far away from our race leader. We're heading down to the ladder once again. Stormy with another perfect entry. Blockmaster gets a good entry. Marley does not, so Christopher will be side by side with Marley. And Marley getting the fastest lap. Going on to lap 14. Now further back, see everyone else making their way around the final few corners. And down to the ladder. It looks like Side Effects and Harry are both falling off opposite sides at the same time as everyone's trying to squeeze onto the ladder together. Bit of brute force pushing those two off, so race end for them two. Another 2 DNFs to be added to the list. Very unfortunate end to their races. Or to their race. But up at the front, Stormy still clinging onto this lead, but Blockmaster is not far behind. And Christopher still trying to hang on. After managing to hold the lead through the entire first half of this race. Still in the top 3, looking for another way back through, but Stormy's had a disaster on the split section. It's going to drop down to 4th with that incident, down to 5th as Zach comes through. Stormy having trouble. So it's all falling apart for Stormy further back. Dropping time and dropping positions. So up at the front now, Christopher right behind Blockmaster coming down to lap 15. A rebound on the ladder. See who's going to get on first. Blockmaster gets pushed on by Marley. A bit of help there. And then Christopher, Marley, then Stormy, Zach having difficulties. Manages to just keep Snorker off. Daz is going to get on the ladder before Snorker. Snorker having a lot of trouble here. Is losing a lot of time. Manages to get on before Shady. Shady joined by Beefcake. Then Andrew, Westport, Nick following. So the ladder once again proving to be tricky, and Jenny getting forced off there. I think Wood came flying on, hit into Skyline, who collided with Jenny up against the wall, pushing Jenny over the edge. So dropping from that 20th spot to a DNF. So no points for Jenny there. That will be a DNF. So seeing quite a few DNFs on this track this season. Always to add some excitement to the race. As we're approaching the end of the race, it is still all to play for our front runners. Who is going to take this win? Christopher is reclaiming the #1 spot, but a bad collision with the central reservation there is going to send them backwards, and they will drop 3 places. Blockmaster, Marley, and Stormy. Can Stormy try and reclaim first after such a good run through the second half of this race? Zach also passing Christopher. Christopher with a better line into the corner will take that position back. Stormy's up to second past Marley. Coming onto the final lap of the race. This could be the all-important ladder entry. Stormy's trying to block Blockmaster, but it looks like Marley, Stormy, and Blockmaster will be side by side to make for a dramatic final lap. Beefcake with a very good entrance onto the ladder. Shady and Andrew will be side by side. Snorker blocking Dazza and Nick. Sawyer sneaks through. Dazza just behind. Magic getting pushed out. Wood going for a bit of a late play here, getting up a few positions towards the end of the race. But all eyes on the front 3. It's going to be a dramatic final lap. And who is going to take the win? Blockmaster's going to take the lead out of the first corner. Marley second, Stormy third. Christopher reminding them that they're still there and still in for a shot for the top 3. It's going to be a dramatic race down to the end. All action on this race. Blockmaster's going to take a wide line through there. Christopher with a collision off the inner curb means Marley in first, Stormy in second. Blockmaster third currently going down to the split section. Who's going to get the better line through here? Blockmaster carrying more speed. Stormy's going to move over to go for the block. And Marley currently still leading. Stormy getting pushed by Blockmaster, but it's going to just hang on in front of them. Don't think they're going to be able to catch up to Marley before the finish line. Blockmaster right on the tail of Stormy. Coming down the final straight, Marley is going to take the win. Stormy's going to take second. Blockmaster's going to take third. Zach is going to come across fourth. Christopher, after a strong race, is going to finish fifth. Shady in 6th, Andrew 7th, Snorker 8th, Dazza 9th, Sawyer 10th, Beefcake 11th, Westport just beating Wolf across the line 12th, 13th, Mario 14th, Stormking 15th, Stanky 16th, Nick 17th, Quack 18th, Jake 19th, and Minnie's going to take 20th and the fastest lap. They're very close between the bottom half of the top 20. Quite a few people only just missing out on the points in this race. So a lot of action all the way from start to finish. Our race winner, we go over to the Marble Cam view. Congratulations to Marley on the race win. I will speed things up a little bit as the DNF timer counts down. And while that is happening, we'll watch our race winner go around. I'll enter the results of this race and I'll be back with the prediction results and the overall standings. Be back in 2 minutes with those. Okay, so the results have been entered and the timer has finished. So let's take a look down the results. We see those who finished just outside the top 20. So very close, very close on the split times between those. Quite a few only just missing out down to the end. So not massive time differences across the board here. And here are all of our DNFs. So it looks like with Cheese currently not attending this stream, we'll have to go back to counting with UMR to get these DNFs. So we've had 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. 16 DNFs. I don't think we actually had any predictions, so it probably doesn't matter. Choose outcome. There we go. Prediction results are in. And we've had no winners. But a surprising amount of DNFs anyway. I wasn't expecting this many on this track. Quite a surprise. And now over to the arguably more important side. The leaderboard. Side. We didn't quite make sense. More important things. Item. Art. Whatever you want to say. So McWave is leading. I don't think they picked up any points in this race. Just checking back, it doesn't look like it. But still holding on to the lead, but only by 1 point. 157 points in first. Marley now in second with 156 after a big win. Is putting them 1 point away from that number 1 spot. Third place, Snorker with 150, picking up some big points in this race as well. Magic in fourth with 129. Mario in fifth with 123. Zach in sixth with 116. Adam in seventh with 112. Jenny in eighth with 108. Christopher in ninth with 103. And James in 10th with 100, tied with Ib. That's making up our top 10 or 11. And then below that we have Space Comet, Zor, Storm King, Carol, Cutsy, Cheese, Crimson, School of Thugs, Shona, Stanky, Jake, Diamond Swords, T-Dub and Harry, making up our top 25. So we're approaching I think we're just at the last quarter of the season now. There are not many races left to go. And if Cheese was here, I'm sure they'd point out that there are 3 races until the highway race. Or 2 races, then the highway race. So not long till that one comes up. Oh, struggling to get our words out at the end of this stream. It wasn't even a particularly long one. But next up is tomorrow's race on Marble GP USA. So heading over to the United States for that one. But that is going to be it for this stream. So as I said towards the start, please head over to the Twitch and follow. Really help me out. We're trying to hit 70. We are 2 away. Trying to hit 70 followers by the end of the season. Let's see if we can do it. It is getting very close. And if you're watching on YouTube, of course, please subscribe over there. Leave a like on the video if you enjoyed. That'll really help me out a lot. That's going to be it for this stream and this video. So thank you all so much for watching. I hope you all enjoyed, and I'll see you all in the next one.